Hi Engineering Janta, I am Vaibhav Shukla and today we'll be understanding the difference between data analytics and data science. The reason that I am building this video is that a lot of students are often confused in this. A lot of queries came to us that which exactly should be the particular skill that I should go for. Also, a lot of students are confused in which line they should make their careers. Fine. So today I'll help you out. I'll tell you that how you can go about it, how you can choose what exactly is there for you. Also, what is the market reality of it? Fine. What is the difference between the two? How market responds to the two domains? Fine. So we'll understand about it. Before I go further, you go ahead, follow me on this social media handle. You simply go ahead, you follow the Shuklaji Speaks Instagram handle. There you can directly text me if you have any query. Straight away come to me, put your query, I'll help you out. Fine. Now, before we dive in deep, go ahead, follow all the social media handles of Prep Insta so that you never miss any update that is essential for your career. Fine. Let's go ahead, let's dive in deep. So first of all, let's understand why does this comparison matter? Why do we need this comparison? Fine. So the need is important. Always the need is important because that sets the context right, that sets the perspective right. Fine. So to understand that, first thing is companies are investing heavily in the data sector, in the data driven decisions. Fine. And that is what data analytics and data science are for. You take the raw data, you see some unidentified patterns, you see some unseen patterns, you try to derive some meaningful insights which let you take decisions which are good for the business. Fine. So data analytics and data science drive business growth, but their roles differ. How they differ, we'll talk about it in detail, don't worry. And we'll check the reality that how the market responds to it, what does the job market actually want from this particular field or the field of data. What exactly is the lens of market or the recruiters for these two domains? Fine. Now, moving ahead, let's understand what is data analytics first so that we set the context right for the comparison. Fine. Primarily, it focuses on analyzing historical data to inform business decisions. Fine. This basically answers what happened and why did it happen. Now, to give you better understanding of it, which is not written here, of course. Primarily, data analysis is of four types, fine, which is descriptive analysis, then it is diagnostic analysis, then you have predictive analysis, and then you have prescriptive analysis, fine. So, इनमें फर्क क्या होता है? Difference क्या है? Fine. So, descriptive analysis is basically taking all the historical data and finding out what happened. Answering this question of what happened is basically descriptive analysis. Then coming to the diagnostic analysis, which is why did it happen? Finding the reasons for any particular event or any particular trend is diagnostic analysis. Then comes predictive analysis. Fine. So what does this predictive analysis offer? This predictive analysis is nothing but predicting what can happen on basis of the trends that are seen in the data. Fine. And then you have prescriptive analysis, which is suggestions that you give to the business. Fine. Now in these four domains, primarily the descriptive and diagnostic part is generally used in the market by data analysts. I'm not saying that predictive analysis is not the part of data analytics. It is the part of data analytics. It is the part of data science as well. Fine. So it is an overlapping criteria or the overlapping domain. Fine. But descriptive and diagnostic analysis are specifically from this domain only and are mostly used in the business or in the market by data analysts, and it is expected out of data analysts to give descriptive and diagnostic analysis. Mostly it is descriptive only. A lot of times you will not even find diagnostic analysis. Very few companies have this ability, which are big scale companies which hire both kind of analysts or which gather data and make them work on both kind of analysis. Fine. Mostly companies have descriptive analysis. Fine. So the market reality is that high demand in industries like finance, healthcare and marketing. So data analytics is in high demand because people from non-tech as well as from tech can upskill themselves in data analytics with minimal coding, so they can enter easily in this domain. Fine. So let's move forward and understand the other portion. Now, what is data science? I explained you about data analytics. Now learn about data science. Fine. So this is used for primarily predictive analysis, as I told you, but here you used advanced algorithms to predict future trends and you try to automate decision making. How do you do that now? The most trendy word of today's era or today's market, AI, ML, DL. Fine. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. Fine. Using the techniques or the algorithms from this domain, you try predicting the future trends and you try automating the decision making. Fine. So this primarily answers what will happen next. This what will happen next is nothing but predictive analysis. Fine. Predictive analysis and predictive modeling is what you do here. Fine. So this is very, very important that you understand the difference, that data science gives you edge, that you can see or foresee the future trends, the future forecasts, and you can pivot accordingly. Fine. And those decisions can often turn out fruitful. Mostly they turn out fruitful. Look, to gauge future, to check what will be the future, one is you take blatant guesses. You simply take a basic guesswork and you apply and you go all in for it. फिर वो तुक्का चले ना चले, who knows? Fine. The second method is that you prepare the raw data, you collect the data, prepare it, you work on it, apply some mathematical models, apply some artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques, and then try to derive a forecast. And that forecast would be more accurate. That would give you better understanding of future. Fine. So that can help you take better informed decisions for future, so that you do not just improve your business now, but also in the upcoming time. Fine. So you can predictively tell that this is going to happen and I'll manage my decisions like this, so that I cater to the needs of market and I become relevant for the market. Fine. I stay relevant for it. Now the market reality of data science domain. High entry barrier. And I have specifically written this. The reason is, a lot of you have heard that you have premium salaries in AI and tech domain. You have a lot of good pay and packages. You have good perks. It is booming day by day. This data science domain is booming. But what is the reality of market? There is a high entry barrier. Not easy to go there. Fine. Very rarely freshers get into profiles like junior data scientist. Fine. For freshers, I'm talking this. Even the experienced people are struggling to crack data scientist interviews. The reason is, first of all, usual requirement क्या है? Usual requirement is 3 to 4 years of experience. Fine. Number one. Number two, this 3 to 4 years of experience should be relevant to the data line. Usually data analysts switch into data scientists after learning AI. But important factor is that you need to be somewhere a data person in your life for 3 to 4 years, then you can enter. Very rare people crack these profiles, junior data scientist or junior ML engineer or associate ML engineer. These profiles are cracked by very limited number of people. This is not a huge number. It is not a norm in industry. Fine. The norm is this: 3 to 4, 5 years of experienced people entering as data scientists. This is not the norm. This is outlier. This is the rare people who are actually getting these profiles. So there is an entry barrier, and that is why, despite being the most famous domain nowadays and most sought after domain, nowadays, a lot of people cannot crack this. Fine. For this, I have also started a series where I'll be teaching statistics for you. Fine. I'll be teaching that live to you on YouTube for free. You can check that out daily on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll be teaching you the statistics. I am personally teaching that. I'll be throughout clearing your concepts in statistics, because you need that for data science. Fine. Now this is the reality, this is the market reality that I'm showing you of data science. Now when I go further, and if we check industry demand and hiring trends, then data analytics is basically entry level friendly. For freshers, it is easier to go into data analytics than into data science. Here, first of all, you require advanced skills like AI, ML, deep learning. Even if you get it, there is a strong demand of experienced professionals here in data science. In data analytics, entry level people, freshers, can very easily enter with skills like Power BI, Tableau, SQL, Excel. Basic Python, you enter here. Very easy. Fine. There is high demand in finance, marketing, retail, and healthcare. There is heavy demand. And day by day, you see more openings of data analytics coming. But in next 7, 8, or 10 years, you'll see this domain going towards the obsoleteness. Fine. And I'm saying this because these data analyst roles will transform a bit towards AI. Fine. So every data analyst in future will have to learn AI and ML, but by far for next 15 years, you'll not see this domain vanishing. You'll not see this domain vanishing. It might get transformed a bit, but right now for next 5 years, this domain will be a constant one. This will remain in boom, and a lot of fresher opportunities are available in data analytics. Fine. For this as well, you need statistics, let me tell you. So statistics series is very, very important for you. And as a mentor, I can clearly tell you that you go ahead, watch that series daily. Live would happen, fine. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you'll have that statistics for data science live. I'll be teaching that, so you learn from there, fine. And first class for that is live, so you can go ahead and watch that out as well, fine. That is the introductory class, and from today onwards, we'll be learning about this. So I'm recording this video, but most probably the second live would have happened by this video gets published. So you can watch the second live as well if it is published. Now, coming here again, there is a strong demand of data science in tech giants like Google AI, and you can see Meta, you can see Mang companies, you can see Adobe, you can see companies like Amazon, you can see companies like Big Four companies, EY, PwC, BCG even, Bain Consulting Group, and Deloitte, KPMG, a lot of companies. These tech giants are demanding data scientists. Startups, they are always in need because startups are first of all heavily short on the staff, and they're trying to experiment new technologies, so you have data scientist profiles there, and R&D departments of various automobile industry, fine. A lot of automobile companies do hire people from data science, fine. Volvo, Mercedes-Benz, Maruti Suzuki, a lot of companies. But data analysts potentially everywhere. For entry-level people everywhere, fine. So you can enter this domain as a fresher easily than in data science. Now coming to the growth and pay structure. So growth, if I tell you, is more in data science, lesser in data analytics. Salary is more in data science, lesser in data analytics. But in this difference, you must not forget that for a fresher to enter data science is very, very tough, fine. And a lot of data science profiles also involve just data analytics work only. They are just fancy names that have been given because companies want to keep up with this trend, but honestly telling you, a lot of data scientists are doing the work of data analysts only, fine. So in that perspective, I would always say that if you're getting the domain of data science, go for it because it is highly paid, it is better in terms of growth. But if you're starting and you're not getting data science, go for data analytics. A practical solution kya hai? Let's talk about it. As a fresher, you should try building your profile for data analyst as well as for data scientist, fine. What you can do is build two different resumes, learn AI, learn ML, learn these skills, build two different resumes, learn statistics that I am teaching, and try cracking this data science job. You might be an outlier, who knows? You might be a person of extraordinary intellect. Try to karo, hai na? My father says a beautiful thing that, son, try reaching out to the sky, try touching the clouds. Even if you fail, your height will get increased, fine. This is just like that shoot for the moon, you'll land among stars, fine. Even if you miss, you'll land among stars. So it's like that. So you try you try studying AI ML, you build a resume for yourself for data scientist and data analyst as well. But while applying, what you can do is you apply to data analyst companies where companies are hiring data analysts, apply more to them, lesser to the data scientist. And here you can go in the startups. Fine, startups would hire you more inquisitively and fastly if you're a fresher. So there is a scope there, you can check that out. Fine, that is a practical solution that can help you out. Now, what should you choose? How you can choose it? Fine, now if you're somebody who says I can't do both, I need one choice, then for you there are some decision parameters. Fine, निर्णय या फैसला लेने के कुछ parameters हैं that I'll detail out, and then you can take a good decision. For example, if you want a faster entry point and you want to enjoy business insights only, fine. If you prefer working with dashboards and real-time reporting, you do not want that predictive modeling, you do not want to understand AI right now, you want that I just want to land up into a job fastly, then data analytics is for you. If you're somebody who can wait a bit or who wants job, but he wants job in the domain which gives him thrill, which gives him better growth, better pay perks, and if you enjoy cutting edge technologies, if you enjoy cutting edge tech techniques, for example AI, ML, DL, if you want to enjoy them, if you enjoy automation for the machine decision making, then data science is for you. If you enjoy coding, if you enjoy maths, if you enjoy solving complex problems, data science is for you. Fine. Alongside this, one thing I will write extra here: if you want to be relevant and highly paid after 15 years, then also choose data science. But if you're somebody who wants this and you want to choose data science, still I would suggest you keep on applying to data analytics profiles as well. Learn those tools. Why am I saying so? You might not find a data science job initially if you're a fresher. You can be lucky, you try your level best, but keep the realistic options open as well. Okay? If you're a person who can go with data science, you are having enough intellect that you can develop the skills that are needed for data analytics. For example, you'll need to learn Python for data science. You'll need to learn Python for SQL for data science. Fine. You'll need to learn statistics for data science, and this is same common with data analytics. You'll need to learn data visualization, basic data analysis for data science as well. Fine. So it is common with it. Also, people who are choosing data science and do not want to go in data analytics, for you, Python developer, this profile is very, very good. So learn some Python framework, enter into that Python developer thing. Fine. So you can enter the Python development phase, you can enter the Python development career, that domain, and that is also a very good high paying domain. Fine. So that is pretty much about it. And now whatever you felt that was good, or if you want me to tell you something else on some other topic, go ahead in the comment section and comment out, because top 3 comments might stand a chance to get free access to Prep Insta Prime for 3 months. Alongside that, this is my Instagram handle, you can go ahead and follow it. And if you're somebody who's hesitant in commenting, then I'll severely suggest you go ahead, comment, still comment. But if you want to drop some query that you do not want to ask in comment section, this is my Instagram handle. First of all, follow it and then send me a message. I'll respond to it. Don't worry. Fine. So this is pretty much about it. Now, whatever good you felt was there in the video, share it to the people. Video share karna ya nahi karna, farak nahi padta, but do share the knowledge that you're having. Fine. Send it to the masses. That is important. Fine. Subscribe to this channel, but send this knowledge to the masses, to juniors, seniors, peers, whoever needs this. Keep doing good for others without any expectation. Good will come back to you. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.